Your Excellency, the Prime Minister of Fiji and the Fiji Rugby, Mr. Francis K.
The Minister for Youth and Sports, the FRU Chairman and Board of Directors, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, corporate sponsors, affiliated unions, awards nominees, ladies and gentlemen, Bula Vinaka, and a very good evening to you all. As we are all gathered here tonight to celebrate achievement in the great game of rugby, I'd like to begin by asking that we all take a moment to pay tribute to Coach Voreqe Bainimarama, who unfortunately passed away this week. As a former player and coach with the New Zealand Rugby Union, Coach Bainimarama was also head coach of the Fijian national team and led our boys to the 2003 Rugby World Cup. Tonight, I ask that you all join me in a minute's silence in remembering the life, the legacy, and magnificent contribution to Coach Bainimarama. Please, Your Excellencies, if I could ask you to be upstanding for a minute of silence. Thank you, everyone. Vinaka Mek, thoughts and prayers of the Fijian rugby family are with you and your loved ones. Friends, it is the legacy of women and men like Coach Mek that has built Fiji into the powerhouse rugby nation we are today. And I'm very glad to be back in Fiji among so many familiar faces and some new ones as well here at the annual Fiji Rugby Union Awards night. As you know, I've just returned from India where I stood alongside world leaders to drive development in renewable energy at the first ever summit of the International Solar Alliance, an issue that is obviously critical to our global campaign against climate change. But while I was away from Fiji, of course, I was following the great play of our men's seven-a-side as they took home their second title victory in a row at the Vancouver Sevens last weekend. Thank you, boys. Vinaka to the boys, the coaches, thank you, and staff on that big win. Congratulations. It is due to the superb play of the Fiji Airways Flying Fijians, along with all of our ruggers all around the world, that this night is always one worth celebrating. And I'd like to congratulate all of our winners this evening. You've certainly given us a lot we can be proud to look back on this year, and even more to look forward to in the years ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to start by running through some highlights. Our Flying Fijians have now climbed to 10 in the world rankings. And we know that you are more than capable of rising even higher as the world circuit continues. And our Nrua have done exceptionally well, achieving third place on the NRC ladder in the very first year of competition. But among our many victories around the world, I would like to especially recognize the Ratu Kantabulevu School for their outstanding play that won them all age grades of the Dean's Cup last year. And I'd like to especially acknowledge one of our emerging stars and our secondary school player of the year, Anuilangi Mirelolo. On the women's side, I'm very proud to say that the number of women's rugby clubs in Fiji has grown to 28 clubs all around the country in 2018. And that last year, the number of young girls in our Get Into Rugby program rose to nearly 19,000, up from over 13,000 in 2016. So the future is looking very bright for the next generation of young Fijian women to build on the success and achievement of our women competitors today. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of the future, I'd like to talk to you tonight about the big picture and my government's vision for the future of Fijian rugby. All over the world, Fiji is known for our exceptional rugby talent and our unrivaled love for this great game. We are known as a powerhouse in global competition, and we are known as the most rugby-crazy nation in the world. We've earned that reputation through the sweat and effort of our women and men competitors, through our victories, including our gold medal victory in the 2016 Olympics, and through the relentless dedication of our fans here in Fiji and around the globe. Under my government, we've capitalized on our passion for this sport by building the brand of Fijian rugby and by finding new ways to leverage our global reputation to work for Fiji and the Fijian people. We are making Fiji a destination for rugby competitions, a hub of sports tourism that brings teams, their fans, and investment to our country like never before. That means more jobs, that means more development, and that puts Fiji and everything we can offer on the world map. For 2 years in a row, we've successfully hosted the Super Rugby Circuit with back-to-back matches between the Crusaders and Chiefs in Suva. We've proven that we have facilities, we have the hotels and the infrastructure, along with the air connections and the telecommunications to host major sporting events. We can do more, and we want to do more. As part of that vision, last year at our annual awards evening, I was proud to announce that Fiji would be bidding to host a leg of the HSBC's World 7 Series. After tireless work by the FRU to prepare our proposal, we are very proud of the bid that we lodged last month. And let's all take a moment and let our imaginations run wild with the possibilities of bringing the HSBC World 7 Series tournament to Fiji. A Fijian leg on the circuit would be the most unique, the most exhilarating, and certainly have the most passionate fans in the rugby world in attendance. It would cement Fiji's reputation as the hub of sport in the Pacific and put the beauty of our country, the passion of our people, and everything that makes Fiji a special place to visit on full display for rugby fans in 150 countries around the world. We have bid for a leg of the 7 Series in the 2019-2020 season. And my government is prepared to do what is necessary to make our bid successful. And we expect to hear from the World Rugby about our bid success in June 2018. We have sought the October window as our preferred time of year, just after our Fiji Day celebrations and the Australian and New Zealand school holidays. I have a bit of competition here. Meaning we could be welcoming a tournament to Fiji as soon as October 2019. We've also bid for a combined men's and women's tournament, which would make us only the third integrated men's and women's tournament leg in the world. As part of the bid, the tournament will be hosted in our Western Division, near our international airport in Nadi, and the current estimates indicate we can expect to invest around $10 million from government to provide the amenities, the facilities, and upgrades to make for a successful world-class tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to be clear. Our investment and our vision is bigger than any one tournament. It is about laying the groundwork to make Fiji a world rugby capital. It is about building the brand of Fijian rugby into a brand that teams and competitors around the world know, respect, and strive to emulate. Excuse me. And it is about making rugby work for ordinary Fijians, not only as a unifying force in our society, not only as a source of deep national pride, but as a real economic vehicle that creates jobs, attracts investment, and keeps our economy continuing down this path of unprecedented growth. That is the vision. That is, ladies and gentlemen, the game plan. Led by my government and the FRU, Fijian rugby is on a very exciting path. And I'd like to thank all of those who have supported the FRU in this bid, and those who have always supported our ruggers, the family members, the wives, husbands, mothers, communities, and all of the fans who have made Fiji the land of sevens. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Fiji to be even more than the world champions, more than gold medal winners. It is time for us to bring the action of world-class sevens rugby to our country. It is time to bring the World Sevens Series to the Fijian people. Together, ladies and gentlemen, we can make it happen. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the second award
against Wales in Suva on 31st March 1986. Between 2010 and 2013, Mr. Devon was named as the head coach of the Fiji National Rugby Sevens team, and in 2000